Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be looking at World of Battles. What is World of Battles? World of Battles is a real-time strategy where you have like a bunch of armies fighting together. I believe the max count is 5 or something. I have no idea. I have to double check the facts. I've only been playing for 3 days, being this the third day. And yeah, I just wanted to give you a shot at it, like see what it's like without installing, as many free-to-play things don't really have a lot of documentary on them. What we can see here is the login screen. I just logged in with my Steam authentication. It recently got accessed by Steam, I think 4 days ago. This is my army, the Dark Legionnaires. This is their leader, Killer Spider. You can see my rank, and you can see I have 6 units in my army. What is a unit? A unit is like a bunch of guys, 20 to 50 people or something about. I have no idea, we'll check that later. This is the amount of gold. Gold is used for upgrading troops, and it does that in a very extreme fashion, meaning you can buy either swords, chest mail, leg plates, you know, just how do you outfit your character on WoW. You can do that per army. Not per unit in your army, per army, like the legionnaires with the spears and stuff. You can buy them either spears or stuff with your amount of money. You can also buy special equipment with these gems here, which is very similar to the riot points or whatever. But these are actually not attainable only by money. These are like I earn these 10 through a certain achievement. Let's have a look. So right here what you can see is the army detail slot, the get premium slot. This is like the hub. From here you can go to either challenges or an advisor thing where you can just like look what you got recently for your level. As you can see, I'm already level 4. Level 1 you get these guys on top of the standard things. I'm not sure if these are like predefined or this is like a weekly thing, changes every time. These are called mercenaries and master units. Yeah, these are the spellcaster, glorious battle. These are the single player or co-op missions you can choose to do for the bonus things. That's how I got my gems, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, here it started getting interesting. I got my like master unit horses, and I got these units ready for purchase, and all these abilities got acquired by my respectful armies. I've already given some of them names, like this used to be the Dustwalkers or something, I think. So what we're looking at now is the Dark Infantry. I somewhat like based them off my guild on WoW. You can name every infantry. And that's how it's going to stay. Every player that like scrolls over your army is going to see that thing. As you can see, there's a lot of locked stuff. This means I can't realign this armor unless I have the certain amount of level. There's also a lot of stats per army. Some of these aren't very interesting because, you know, they are heavy infantry. They are basically the guys that block damage and protect the front line. They stop soldiers. There's actually a thing for it, like stand your ground. Ah, here it is. Attempts to stop the enemies going through this unit, comparing units penetration protection to enemy penetration force. Meaning, if they don't have that much penetration force, then they're stuck. That's how this game goes. It's pretty, you know, it's not really an intensive game like you'd have with League of Legends, where the blood pressure is going when you see people die. Shields up. Take those guys out. Come on, come on. Let's get some butt rip going on here. As you can see here, this is my active army. This means that I'll be taking these fine men with me when I go to battle. There's a bunch of like ranking here that I have no idea what it means. Like you have the silver ones, and you have the bronze and more silver. I'm assuming it's something with their level to do. Like you can see the power rating here. Bronze appears to be 3. And this guy is 4, so never mind I said anything. Yeah, let's have a look at the buying screen. As you can see, I'm pretty low level. There's not a lot of options here. I already bought this one, so it's out of my list. Usually you have 4 options. This is like for the cheap ass people like me that do the things, and this is for the people who like farm really long, or you know, they bought the things. Now the textures here, they vary quite a lot. I mean, I haven't seen them all yet, but I have to admit, good job on the details here. This is really like the action figure in your room you'd put in a showcase or display case in some way. The Dark Officers. Yeah, these guys are pretty much the same story, only because these are the cavalry. They are allowed to carry shields, while my other guys are two-handed. As you can see here, you do have the choice of doing so, but you know, mine is fencing, mine is slashing. What do you want to build your army like? It's very dynamic. I mean, you have all these master units you can get as well. These guys in the golden thing, and they usually here. It's even lined up. They have a special ability. This one does curse. Its HP and movements are reduced. Curses are stackable. So it's an HP and movement decrease. Meaning, if I put this on a charging cavalry, I can do them significantly loads of damage with these archers before they actually reach me. Let's get these guys a crossbow. I'm not even looking at these two. It just makes me so sad that I can't afford them. Let's see, 4 weight, 46 range, and 7 attack. And weight means well, it means weight. Sometimes there's bonuses to weight, and I'm assuming sometimes there's like negative parts about it, because I don't know, 1000 weight doesn't sound very healthy. Like, I'm pretty sure there will be a spell at some point where it says like more damage to heavy units. So yeah, I'm a bit cautious of that. Weight is the same. Attack 6 versus 7 and range 48 versus 46. Well, in my case, I think these guys could use a bit more range. Like, I feel that when I'm scouting with my cavalry, these guys have to get way closer than other archers. So I'm gonna go for the 1000 ranged crossbow. I have to say, this one doesn't really look much different than the other ones. Kind of like how it looks like a spider blade or something there. They actually use it as a melee weapon. Stats displayed in the bow. That's pretty nice. Let's go over the legionaries here. This is the Pestilent Legion. Didn't really rename it. That's the actual name. Nice head on the spear of every unit there. They apparently keep their opponent's guts in their back. And yeah, they're like the cavalry kill units. And apparently they can also kill light pikemen, but that's because they're heavy pikemen, so I guess that makes sense. I don't really see why it is implied that way. The Blighted Ones. They are really good against light archers, I'm giving the impression on. And apparently light pikemen. But this is only on range. They could never be the guy in melee, obviously. We have... Is there a difference between these two? Against infantry and archers, and only against light... I had no idea. You see, this is why it's interesting to look at your units first before you start killing off people. This is where you make your tactics, I assume. Like, hey, I don't need your... Do they have a spell? Mark of Apocalypse. I don't need a 20% increased damage, which is pretty nice. But, you know, I'm saving this guy. You can see here, battles before rest is 8. These save, like, throughout the day. It's not a 24-hour reset time. Like, I put this guy in the camping mode, and he is not gaining days or battle rest or whatever, which is pretty lame. I'm not entirely sure how the system works on that part. Let's see at our challenges. Is there something I haven't done yet? No. Ah! What's this? A mirror image of your army was created by a magical means. They're angry, they're evil, and they want to kill you. Who will prevail? Interesting. I feel up to the challenge. Right, this is the part where I try to numb the volume down without, you know, crashing the recording, as last time happened. There we go, 40% sounds fair enough. And it crashed, naturally. Yes, here we are again. My game just crashed, and because the servers are still registering me online, I cannot log in. Interesting fact to know that I failed to mention earlier is, if you log in here, I already told you it auto-connects with Steam and such, but there also is an option to play this game without Steam, like it has been done for, I don't know, a year or maybe 2 years since this game has originally launched. It's still in like, it's not in development. I mean, it's already out. But they still add units to the game and new armor, and it's still like being balanced out when they make new stuff. And yeah, it's definitely not dead. It's not one of those games that they just say, "Hey, Steam, grab it, we're done." I'm not even sure if Steam would allow that, considering they have a really small population of, well, free-to-play games in general. I don't know if you looked at the store or anything, but that is a definite place where they could potentially improve their game. Yeah, as I already said, this is only one army. You can have multiple per account. I'm not sure if there's a cap on it, but you know, I just picked the Undead. There's 9 playable races. You can start mixing them when you have like a later level. Here are the 3 races per faction. There's 3 factions. There's the neutral guys. They can be mixed with evil people, and evil people, vice versa, can be mixed with neutral, and neutral can be mixed with good, and good with neutral. I picked the Undead. These are the units I have unlocked. Most of these already have, like the Tomb Children, I believe I have, or no, the Dustwalkers. And then I can get these guys. No, I already have those actually. I think I don't have these. The light infantry. Well, I don't want you guys. You can do your own thing. House of the Spider. Really? I need those. Those are made for me. But yeah, as I was trying to show, at level 13 I can start mixing races, meaning I could go for these funny looking orc people, who I must say are pretty nicely detailed. I really like the simple looking texture work and you know, the funny faces they make. It's really different when you compare them to WoW's. These would more go under like goblins in my vision. Like what does this guy have on his back, and how is he gonna use that? Is it like a self blow up device thing? No? Hydrogen bomb? Are these guys dark elves or yeah, they're dark elves. These are level 8, meaning I can get these before my orc kills. That's interesting. Also interesting to know is I believe this one and the, what are they called? The Beast Walkers or something? I have no idea. These guys are not a viable race to play as a starting unit, meaning you can only combine them, or you know, when you're level 24, I suppose you could make an entire army out of it, but you know, they definitely don't want to suggest doing that for some reason. You also don't have that many types on them that you can pick. So initially there's only 7 options. The Knights. I haven't really seen a lot of difference with the Knights in my units. The Dwarves. They also look pretty cool. Hey, there's no shot. You cannot acquire units of this. So, at least show me. What is this? Ah, there we go. Bee Riders. That looks pretty cool, actually. I would love one of those. But yeah, it's really a race battle. I mean, you're not finding a big ass golem, something you'd like expect. Maybe here, but this is like the ultimate. Yeah, this is like the king of the dwarves. the ultimate Titan unit, as they call them. Let's have a look at all those. I'm sorry if I'm boring you. I'll make a fast forward screenshot. There's just things like this really fascinate me. Where's the guy in there? Where is he? Where is he sitting? Can you see him? Is he in the bottom there? If so, how does he look like? How can he see anything at all? I suppose that like little horn is to display to his troops like, okay, I'm going, guys. Cover me. I'm steamrolling. Well, I'm pretty sure Steam must be very happy with this one. Especially the hipsters and stuff. You know what is it called? Steampunk. It's a steampunk Titan. What are these guys called? Barbarians? I'm assuming so. Tribals and stuff. The Blade of the Ancient. Wow, that is impressive. Okay, guys, make your decision. Do you want to go up against this or that? Just saying, that thing up there, that is the dwarf, and that is in real size. So that dwarf there, and that thing, that's a pretty huge Titan. You can take that from me. These guys don't have one. Maybe that's why they're not like choosable. Also saw an undead riding a huge raptor, and so oh no, this is actually a dark elf. Yeah, this guy, I mean, his head, look at that. Look at that animation. I was like, wow, I want that. Definitely want. Yeah. That's the reason I went evil, before even realizing it was evil. The Grunge of the Maw. This is an orc? Is this like a big orc, or... I wish there was a way to like put them next to each other just to see the actual size. Size is pretty important. If you want to crush something, you better do it with your foot. Well, this isn't really the expected result. Requires level 16. Can I get the other one? Level 20. I want my earlier. I want this one. This is my favorite. Like, honestly, I like these more than the not the screwed up dwarf, and like this steam juggernaut. This is my number 2. My number 2. Flame eruption. Spurts flame in the... Actually, I think I killed one of these in the tutorial map. They're really nasty. They just spit fire in front of them and everything dies. I was amazed by the damage. Okay, let's start with some actual combat. With that, oh my god, what did I just click on? Okay, I'll just give me whatever. I'll click somewhere random and you give me the battle, okay? Okay. Well, this is gonna be interesting, but I assume I already did this one, so we should be fine. Hope it's not the escort one, because that took really long. Defend your position against the enemies advancing from the valley below. They must be stopped, no matter the cost. Yeah, I just deploy all. I mean, there's no point in deploying your troops in this game when they're so close to each other. That's exactly what you want when you're defending, and even when you're not. I mean, it's the moving around and stuff that's really helpful. Couple of interesting facts that player 1 guy might not see is these spear things next to my charge flag. Oh. Of course, these guys. Spears defeat cavalry. Spearmen, move out! Cavalry destroys infantry. And infantry destroys those guys. No, infantry destroys pikemen. Okay, so what's happening now? I just like aligned the guys on the targets where they're best at, and now I'm gaining this blue bar here on the top. That's like my power. I gain that for doing some kills. I can choose to, you know, cast my Divine Wrath upon them, killing like 3 units, so that's not particularly good. Or I cannot actually believe that I am losing on this side. Wow, this is not that good setup, obviously. Um, or I can mind being blown by complete annihilation at a really fast rate. Okay, guys. Who do I have that could potentially stand a chance against these guys? Those. These guys potentially suck at that. I just want to point out that even if I win this horrific battle, I will not be gaining anything from it. In the sense that, well, I already got my reward for this, and this is more like a practice run now. To check my setup, which obviously was a bit less than I had hoped for defense. Alright, we got him. Now you guys rush. And I'm gonna give you a shield. Oh! Oh, damn it! Oh, damn it! Thank God it doesn't do friendly damage. Looked cool though. Now you can see what it looks like. Let's have a nice zoom in on my army. You can actually see the armor. I think the graphics of the game are pretty nicely when you attack them that way. Not sure if you could hear it, but the troops marching and stuff, it's a really nice effect. Die, dwarf! And that was it. That was like the basic tutorial challenges. These are all on easy, so it's really just, okay, spears defeat horses, so send spears on horses. Archers are good at shooting, so let them shoot. I mean, this is not, you know, heavy end content. I didn't play this game very much. I'm still a big time noob at it. I already did like 2 player matches. I'm gonna show you one of those shortly. Right now we're going to be redirected to the overview screen where we can see every army and its amount of units deployed, units killed, and you're gonna see that. Usually that doesn't really like add up per guy. Like here we have about 50% solid, and here that's slightly over it, and here it is like definitely over 50%. The Dark Veterans, good job people. Dark Veterans, those are my archers by the way. The icon is a bit like confusing. These are my heavy pikemen. They also did very well. They took almost no casualties, I must admit here. And here we can see I gained no experience. Like there would be a yellow bar here. That's my progress. So the game does not like me. And if the game does not like me, I'm gonna go to the game somewhere else. This is where we like start a matchmaking process for those hardcore. Oh, yeah. I was gonna show like you can invite friends over. As you can see, sometimes it's 4v4, but that's completely random. There is a whole lot of players online, and they just try to mash it up so it's 2v2 to 5v5. I've also been in a battle where we were, I believe 5 players versus 3 players, and these 3 players had such a massive army that they still destroyed us. They had less in total units deployed, but you could really tell their strength was a lot higher, and the expertise. I mean, we had one guy that it was this bridge map, right? Like here is a bridge and here is a bridge, and they start here and we start here, and we went all the way around through the mainland, and they stood exactly between the 2 bridges. And this one guy, he wanted to really hold that bridge, so he stood here. The other 4 players, including myself, go around, and we're fighting them here, and this guy just stands there. Like literally, there was 3 armies standing the entire battle, and when we all died naturally after taking out 50% of the enemy total force, that 50% had to like only fight his 3 little puny armies, which are like 10% of our entire army. So yeah, it's just a bunch of figures and who focuses and groups better, and yeah. At the moment I'm not really on the level where we can say we're talking hard tactics yet, because you've seen my spells. It's a curse, and okay. That's how far the game goes. As you can see, the shield's like reorganized or something. That is because someone like disconnected or whatever tends to happen. But even in matchmaking process and loading the map and stuff, no problem. It just sends a new request to the server. It usually keeps your same group. Sometimes it glitches a bit, but I don't think it's supposed to. And it just like adds another player of the same rank. Also doesn't matter what time you're playing. This is gonna be the max time you're waiting. I mean, matchmaking system awesome. Balance not really, but I'm gonna give a sign where I'm moving out here. I'm going to defend this area.
Yes.
And the Dark Legionnaires protect this place. The Dark Legionnaires is ready. Cast Plague, I have to do that? Oh god, I'm so bad at this game! Okay, we got some team communication going now. Okay, so as you can see, it's a fog of war game. Trick about marching is you usually want to like wait for your teammates, which I'm definitely not doing right now. And you want to stay close, meaning the guy that accidentally runs into the enemy cavalry all on his own, he's dead. It doesn't matter like how many pikemen you have in your army or something. I mean, I like how that guy turned around instantly. Okay, I'm gonna send my scouts in. I want to see their army. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. I just want to show, hey, this place is ours, so I'm locking the entrance. And then we look at what army moves in first. Usually they send in like cavalry, so you want your pikemen to stand ready to react to that. Oh god, why is the guy going? Why is the guy going? Okay guys, move. We're fighting. We're fighting. Okay, cavalry. Get the archers. You guys get on that. You guys get on that. Weaken those archers. I want them down like yesterday. Come on guys, we're getting attacked from the back. Don't let this happen. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Shields up. Take those guys out. Come on, come on. Let's get some butt rip going on here. Yes, yes, okay. Don't charge those pikemen. Stay away from the pikemen horses. To the right. Okay, focus on those archers. What's your status? Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Holy shit. Ah, we're getting raped here. Look at the bar. Look at the bar. Blue is our kills and red is theirs. We can still win this. Just don't screw it up, guys. Here, lightning in your face! Alright, you're light pikemen. Light pikemen stay away from infantry and just go to the spawn people. They have low enough HP, you can win. Actually, lightning catchers. Kill those! I don't know what they are. Kill them! Come on, horses. Stay on that ass. Stay on that ass. Shields up. Alright, take those out. Now run. Run. You're way too badly wounded for the shit. Look at all those spikes. Look at all those spikes. Fuck it. Just fight. Just fight. Bloody orcs. Right, so this is my second last army. What are these guys doing? Maiden's War Singers. Pretty sure that's one of those units I shouldn't be attacking with light pikemen. So we're letting these guys die, and this player as usual. Like there's always this one guy that like runs away and goes fight without the rest of the mob. So we are pretty split up here. This was a brutal loss. Okay, so I have pikemen, meaning I will support my brethren against the horses. And if the horses don't go, I don't go. Okay, the horses are splitting themselves foolishly away from the group, so I am going to move my way to the group. These spikesmen are going to go and take out our guys. Now I hope my